Do you hate math? Well, it's probably because you don't know math. Let's go ahead and get to know math the right way without thinking about memorizing things and hoping for the best. Let's actually go through things in a structured way that gives you the opportunity to learn from every mistake. First things first, read the question. By reading the question first, you give yourself a chance to understand what the heck you're supposed to be doing. And from there, then we see what information can help us out. So again, it doesn't matter what your skill level is. Anybody can read a question. What is the area of the circular driveway? Now, when you read that, you got to extrapolate some information. You got to ask yourself, hey, what is the important point here? What are the key takeaways? And honestly, if we're talking about this specific question, this is a dead giveaway. We see the word area right there, and then we also see the word circular. So right there, the area of the circular driveway. Now remember, the word area, that's a formulaic term. That is geometric. There's a formula attached to it. But when it says area, we need to know what shape. Thankfully, we're told circular, so we know we're calculating the area of a circle, which is pi multiplied by the radius squared. Again, this is how you need to handle things because it's going to reveal what you do and what you don't know, or what you are and what you're not confident with. So here, hey, did you not know the area of a circle? Boom! You've pointed out something you need to improve upon, knowing your formulas. So what I'm going to do next is, hey, I'm looking for the area. Now, my concern moving forward is going to be, well, what's my radius? We're told to use 3.14 for pi, so that's fine, but we need to figure out what the radius is, and it looks like if we plug that in, we're done. So let's put in the time and the effort here. So with that, let's go ahead now. Let's see what the radius is. We see that, hey, you find that the diameter of a circular driveway is 42 feet. Most people will take that right there, 42, and then just run with it and think that that's all you need to do. No. Notice that that says diameter, not radius. That says diameter is 42 feet. So now, moving into this, we need to know the relationship between diameter and radius. Do you know that? Well, the relationship is going to be diameter is double the radius. So to get the radius, you cut the diameter in half. Okay, so we'll do that. Again, if you didn't know that, write that down. Help yourself out. So the radius is going to be the diameter, 42, divided by 2, and that's going to be 21 feet. Right there. So there's our radius, 21 feet. We'll plug that in, we'll chug the numbers, and we'll solve, giving yourself that opportunity to get this question right. But the calculation that's about to come up, remember, that's just half of the work. The first half, the bigger half, is understanding your setup. Did you understand your question? Did you see how the information related to it? Did you apply your formulas properly? And then the calculation comes in. So remember to comment down below if that makes sense to you, if you're going to be applying this moving forward, because personally, I want to know that you're improving. So again, leave a comment at the end, but let's go ahead and calculate now. So here we go. Pi, we're going to replace with 3.14. The radius is 21, and we are going to be squaring the radius. So let's go ahead and perform now. What's 21 squared? That's going to be 21 times 21. So I will zoom on in over here and do 21 multiplied by 21. So 1 times 1, 2 times 1, next line. Then we have 1 times 2 and 2 times 2. We add all this together and we get 441. So we can zoom on out nice and easy, and we see that this is going to be 441 multiplied by 3.14. Notice how this is a big calculation. 3.14, 3 digits, 441, 3 digits. This gives you a very good opportunity to practice and hone your skills of calculating quickly after a quick setup. But notice that if you take too long setting up, hey, you might not have a lot of time to actually do the calculation. So you want to know that this is a two-pronged approach. Getting better at both always serves you well. Here we go. Let's finish this up. 3.14, 441. Right over here. Let's go ahead and make sure we write that correctly. And then multiplied by 441. Just because it's 3 by 3 doesn't mean it's impossible. Here we go. Let's get to work. So let's go ahead and get that out of the way. 4 times 1, 1 times 1, 3 times 1. Then we'll do the next line for the next place value. 314 times 4. 4 times 4 is 16. 1 times 4 is 4. Carry the 1 is 5. 3 times 4 is 12. Next line here, we have 2 zeros. And notice that we're multiplying by 4 again. So it'll be the same exact result. You don't have to do the math twice. You can just write these numbers again, starting here. And you're done. Now we add everything back, and we see that it'll end in 4, then 7. That's going to be 11, 14. That's going to be 8. That's 3, and that's 1. Then we bring back all of the decimals that we used, noting that we had how many decimal places? 1 and 2, 1 and 2. So we have ourselves 1,384.74 square feet. Notice how I worked through that. I didn't try to work through that insanely fast. I was trying to explain as I worked, showing you that with practice comes that confidence. But you can't sit here and say that it's impossible for you just because you didn't get it right the first time. Our answer here, the correct answer, will be A, 1,384.74 square feet, and you can get this done too. Remember that our Labor Day sale is still going on, and you can get our great, crazy new features at a fraction of the cost. Some of these features, just to explain it to you, number 1, you can actually text our phone number for an automatic progress report anytime, any day, with the links for what you have to do next included. Number 2, you get step-by-step feedback for every single problem you do in our speed drills and checkpoints. Number 3, you have access to over 20,000 practice questions. Number 4, live classes and over 500 recordings. I can keep going forever and ever and ever. And we're continuing to work on great new features that are only going to benefit you. So if you want to pass the ASVAB without the stress, having something that you just have to sit down and get to work with, no stress, no effort, only that, then join the program. It's a great investment. You save money, you get the job you want, and you serve our country. So with that said, my party people, let's ace the ASVAB as always. Sign up now, use the code LD23 at checkout, and let's go. The last thing I want you to do is move on without taking advantage of all the help that you can get, including my free classes that are once a week. So before you go ahead and text this number right there. Go ahead and ask it. When's the next free class? My assistant is going to text you back as soon as we can, and they'll let you know when the next free class is with the link. That way you can mark your calendar and ace the ASVAB next time we're around. I'll see you in there, my party people. Let's get to it.